Welcome to Gray Overload. I'm Anthony, and here is a security issue from Intel, and this is on their Arc GPUs. I will also cover the Intel downfall here in another video. We'll see how I release them, but this is going on now, and it's pretty interesting what it is. It's limited to their Arc cards. Their what is it, the A750 and A770, and that are sold between October 22 and December of 2022. So these must be the only ones that have this certain firmware, I'm guessing, and it was fixed on there. But there's two vulnerabilities here. You can see the two different CVE numbers as well. I'll probably just post this. Intel did a really nice job here of putting this, vulnerability all the way through. And this was released on the 8th, and well, that's revised on the 8th, of course, of this year. But it's a denial of service attack on these cards. So the potential enable a denial of service via local access, and both of these are in that vein. So this is, what Intel is. If you want to go through, you can read the CVEs. I would go through the CVEs, but it seems like a lot of people aren't very interested in the whole CVE and the technical details of it. But giving privileged access to users to enable a denial of service attack, right, is going to be pretty is going to be an issue for you. um, and in this, one of the things that it seems to be said, I was reading Tom's Hardware, and I'll post that link in the description below so you can get more details on it. But you'll have to, if you're interested in what Intel's guidance is on this, because we don't know if Intel's going to fix this through software yet or through a firmware update on the card, right? That's unknown at this time. I'm guessing that everything after December 2022 is are the new cards that are already out, or these are still the same ones from December that they're selling, is one question I have. And if it is a new card, then I'm guessing they upgraded the firmware, because we've already seen the software kind of be released. So maybe it is a firmware update that they'll have to give out. I don't know, but that's just me kind of speculating and kind of going through. But this is one thing I just want to get out, a quick little video on this, is that, as much as I say, make sure you're up to date on things, and, keep on top of, firmware and everything else. I think we're going to be into a section here going pretty quick with AI and everything else, where graphics cards are going to need their firmware updates as well. And you're going to have to be checking for graphics firmware updates. I think that's eventually going to happen, because as you see, you're seeing some CVEs now on there. I believe there's some CVEs in the past, and either they're going to release the firmware through the driver updates, and they just get applied as you install the driver updates, or there is another thing to try to prevent this. But as more security vulnerabilities get up, because of more advanced things people are using more advanced techniques, AI can now analyze stuff and say, hey, here's a bad actor could enlist AI to be like, hey, try to find a vulnerability here on this chip, device, whatever, and how do I exploit it? That's the downsides of AI, right? Where before you didn't need somebody to try things out. Now, now researchers also have this, but so does the bad guys. So there's that sort of thing that we have to keep in mind, and I'm guessing this is just going to be more and more prevalent. Again, always try to practice best security practices when you're on your computer. Keep mindful that there's some other security channels that go well into best security practices that I'd suggest you maybe take a look at, maybe read up on. But as I say, keep up to date on your firmware, BIOS, all that other stuff. And if there is an update on this, I will try to make sure that I keep tabs on this. I'll probably come back and I'll do another video on it. But this is just another security issue. Like I said, I don't think that there's going to be any less security flaws going in the future. I just think that there's going to be more and more ways that we're going to have to keep track to make sure that we're on top of mitigating the issues. And it's just how much we can mitigate against an issue, against a security flaw, than it is to try to prevent them all in the beginning, because that, there's always a different way to work around something. And as future technology comes out, right, you can do the hardware to hardware, harden against it, but that's all you're doing is hardening against something, because somebody else is going to find something else. I really wish that you could release, perfectly secure stuff, but I don't see that happening anytime soon. Maybe there is tools in the future that help us with that, but a bad actor is going to try to exploit something all the time, and their goal is to exploit it. So that's what they're going to do. So with that, I want to say thank you for watching. Let me know what your thoughts are on this security flaw. Or if you have an ARC GPU in this range, what are you going to do with it? You contact me, Intel. Let me know that stuff in the comments below, and see if Intel gets back to you. Let me know what they say. I'm very interested in that as well. And until next time, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe to the video. It really does help out the channel, and I really do appreciate it. And until next time, God bless.